Ba, 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 da, da, da.
A big spender.
Yes, this is our much highlighted video on our spending since we arrived in the UK after we travelled here from the US. How many weeks ago now?
About 5 weeks.
About 5 weeks.
5 or 6
So
weeks.
we're getting to get a handle now on our spending and the steps that we had to go through to begin finances in the UK.
We're going to be talking about how we've paid for things since we've moved over here. We're not going to give you exact numbers, but from the song, for us, we've been big spenders.
Yes, for us, definitely.
For this short period of time. And then we're going to give you a couple of cost comparisons that we have worked out so far. So stay tuned. So we're going to talk about our finances in sort of 3 main sections here. So first of all, we're going to talk about what we have used to pay for things, whether it is, all the things that we bought, whether it is furniture, down to groceries, down to...
From a cheese grater to a Ford Fiesta.
There we go.
Yeah.
Then we're going to talk about a little saga about getting a bank account.
Oh, saga indeed.
And then lastly, we are going to talk about some of the cost comparisons, give you an idea of some of the costs. We don't have a full month yet, but we're going to talk about things that we do know.
And
just want to put in a little apology. Last video, we know we did ramble on a bit.
Yes.
I think that's just because we haven't found a rhythm since we've moved over here.
Yeah.
We're hoping to get back to a bit of a tighter...
A bit more concise.
So stay tuned. Hopefully
you're waffling now. Come on.
Bear with us through that one.
Come on. All right.
Number 1.
So we have been using our American credit cards since we got here to varying degrees of success. The biggest purchase we made, the biggest one-off purchase would be the car.
Yes.
We went to Arnold Clark and we bought a car using our American Express Platinum card.
Which we didn't think we could do the whole amount. We thought we could just maybe get away with a small deposit. But no, it turned out they took the whole thing.
Which was nice. And if you're a person that follows the Amex points side of things, that was a very nice increase in our points. And having said that, the Amex card has been very useful for...
I can just interject just a little bit there. The other thing is that if you didn't have or didn't want to pay, we've saved up for all of this, but if you do want to pay off the amount for a whole car, Amex do have like a pay over time thing so that you can break it down into smaller monthly payments.
And that's not just with the Platinum card, that's with the Gold and with the Everyday card as well, I think.
I think with most of them.
Yeah, with most of them, yeah.
So just to bear in mind, if you still, obviously they charge you a little bit of interest, but you can overpay and, you don't have to use the time frame. If they say 3 years, you can pay it off earlier. I'm just saying it might be an alternative to a loan or something.
That's right.
Yeah.
The other thing we used Amex for was buying our many pieces of furniture from from IKEA.
But it was a long spell of building furniture.
Like a lot of furniture to put together. Anyway, it came in very handy for that as well.
Yes.
The other card we've been relying on is the Chase Visa card.
Yeah, so we have one of us has a reserve and one of us has a preferred. So it doesn't matter because with Chase points, if you're going in the point world, you can actually merge accounts with your spouse, with your household. So that works. Amex, you can't do that. So it doesn't really matter which Chase card we use.
But that's been our day-to-day shopping, everything catch-all card really has been the Chase card because it just seems to be accepted everywhere. And with the tap function, we've not had the usual issues that we've had in the past when we were visiting the UK from America, where we'd have to sign receipts and things like that. So it seems to be that America's caught up with the UK on that front.
We've only had to sign two actual pieces of paper. One was for the car, wasn't it? You've had to sign a device a couple of times.
Yeah.
But the majority have been just tap and go, haven't they?
Yeah. And even amounts in excess of the £100 that you get on supermarkets.
Even the shopkeepers seem to be a bit
it worked for you. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Walk away. So anywhere that hasn't accepted an American credit card, we've then relied on Wise. So we have mentioned, and it is in our description, if you're interested in getting an account, we would strongly recommend getting a Wise account, because it is become. I mean, like we've been talking about, we had it since 2015, I think you said.
No, 2013.
2013, yeah. And it has really progressed as.
Well, it's become a proper bank
it's
now.
A proper bank, yes.
It went from an exchange service to a online bank.
Yeah, and it's not just Great British pounds or US dollars. It's like multiple
currencies.
So
the other nice thing with it, it's now, if you want to use it as a business account, you can open a business account with them, and you can get interest on savings held in their account.
It used to be that people would not recommend you leaving vast sums in Wise, but you can get it if you have. So we have a USD account and a GBP. And you get different amounts of interest, but it does. You go. I just got a notice today to say we've got interest paid.
Yeah.
So Wise has been helpful because you can use that now as a debit card that doesn't necessarily have to have a UK billing address.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if you put in your UK billing address. Wise is like, yeah, we know you're international. We're okay with that. As long as it'll ask you to like accept the payment.
Yeah.
Or you can set up direct debits with it.
Yeah, which has been very useful when you're trying to develop a credit foothold, rebuilding our credit in the UK because it starts from scratch once you arrive. That's been handy.
So I think the main point we're trying to make here is that the whole time that we were planning this, we were under the mistaken impression we would need a UK bank account pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
And we haven't paid for one single thing, really. Important, like to get us established with a UK bank account, because we hadn't had one established. We have all the furniture. We paid for car insurance. We've paid for the renter's insurance through Wise. Really, you don't need that bank account straight away, is what we're saying.
Yes. Now, which segues us rather nicely, well thought, well planned, madam, into the second point we want to make, which is bank accounts.
How to acquire.
Yeah. Now, in our 2 years of planning before we moved to the UK, initially the plan was to go with the HSBC because they have this global footprint, and most of the expat forums said that it was easier to open a UK account with the HSBC if you already had one in the US.
This is separate from an international account.
Yeah, not an international account, a Premier account, whatever it was.
Yeah, because a lot of banks do international accounts, but you need to have quite a lot of money, don't you?
To cut a long story short, they did not give us the service that we anticipated from them. So in a fit of pique, we cut our account with them.
Yeah, I think we can say that one of the reasons we were able to get the account in the first place was because we were putting our joint salaries into the account.
That's
and as soon as we stopped working, we wouldn't have that, and then we'd have to pay a monthly amount. So once we realized with our planning, because obviously as we went through the stages of planning, things changed quite considerably. So that's one of the main reasons.
So we knew then that we'd be relying on our credit cards when we first landed, but obviously for certain things we'd have to open a bank account. You have to. So our first week here, we went to the nearest large town where there are still branches.
Sorry to interrupt, but I actually did try and get a Barclays account online first.
Oh, did you?
I did on my phone try and get a Barclays account. They had told me that I needed to finish up the registration by going into a branch, which prompted us to go into Stockport.
Yeah, into Stockport. And we made our way to the front of the queue, and the young man there on the counter said it would be a month before anyone could see us to help us open an account.
Because I didn't have an appointment time, because I was using a phone that wasn't a smartphone, so I couldn't do the booking of the appointment online on the phone.
So there's a row of banks in the Mersey Centre, and we went into one by one, and each of them said no. But what we did take away from our conversations with the Lloyds Bank was that a telephone, a UK number on a mobile phone, and possibly the app. Once we'd secured those, it would be plain sailing. And they said to us, come back tomorrow once you've done that.
Yeah, the crazy thing is that all the branches, if they didn't just turn us away, they said that nobody in the branch could help you. And this is new to us. I guess in 15 years, people stopped training bank employees to open bank accounts.
Well, in the US, with the bank we had there, it was the bank that liked to say yes every time we went in. And suddenly we were back to the way things used to be, and it was a bit of a shock.
Like to say no.
Yeah. So as it happened, there was a phone shop next door to the Lloyd's, and we went in, and we as we explained before in a previous video, our smartphones were region locked, so we bit the bullet and bought some new phones here. We came back from our excursion, and you went online
onto Lloyd's, and within 10 minutes had a bank account. So the lesson here is that to get a UK bank account,
all we needed,
have to have a UK phone number that is a smartphone, that's linked to a smartphone. You need to have the smartphone.
That has to be a smartphone.
We bought like a little Nokia thingy from Tesco, didn't we? And that wasn't cutting the mustard.
No.
So yes, get the phone number,
because then
attached to a smartphone first.
All you need is that phone, the app,
and a UK address.
A UK address and your passport. The passport works for us.
You are UK citizen.
Yeah, because our licenses our driving licenses had expired some time ago, so we used our. Yeah. And that was it. We were the only issue was we couldn't get a joint account.
Yeah. I just want to say our driver's license haven't expired. It was the photo card.
Oh, the photo card's expired.
We still have the paper version.
Yeah.
We are allowed to drive.
Yeah. And we still have an American license.
So, and I mean, I would recommend Lloyd's because to get a basic account, and that's what we wanted, was a basic account. All you had to do is have, like I said, the number. We used they have this fancy thing now where all you have to do is take your passport and put it to the back of the phone, and it reads your chip. You don't have to put in any details. It already knows. It's very clever.
Yeah.
So, and then from that, we have a basic checking account. We've also now opened what they call a super saver savings account. But we haven't done a lot of banking.
Set up a direct debit with them as well, just to get that regular amount of money going through the account.
So, yes, moral of the story, make sure you have the UK number. That is the main thing. UK number, that's on a smartphone, so you can set up everything else. I don't know if you want to try it, if you have a VPN and you can maybe do that from America.
Yeah.
Let us know. Give it a try.
But again, you'd have to make sure your phone was region unblocked or whatever. Okay. So, part 3, the tantalizing one, the one we've been promising. Cost comparisons.
Now, towards the end of this bit, I am going to be including a little video. We did a shop recently.
It was the day before. Yeah. 21 again.
So we did quite a big shop at Marks and Spencer's with a little bit extra from Tesco, and we have a video of showing you that haul with how much that cost. So I'm going to put that in at the end of this bit so that you get an idea, and then we'll come back on and do a bit of an outro.
Okay, so first things first, talking about the one of the direct debits we set up. One of those was with Lloyd's. One of those was with the Sky box. We'd already sorted out internet costs before we moved in. More about that shortly. So we set up Sky. We ordered it, and it was here the day after. If you order the Sky hub before 3:00 in the afternoon, it'll arrive the day after. What else did we need? We just needed an address and a phone for that, a UK address and a phone.
It did say that they were going to do a credit check, but you had to, obviously, it asked Paul, because you set this up, didn't you? It asked you for your address now, but of course we haven't been living here that long.
Yes.
So it asked for your previous address, but actually you just said you were out of country. And
that seemed to do it.
With that. Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing would be, we bought the car, we needed the car insurance, you sorted that out.
Well, no, let's go back to the Sky.
Oh, right, Sky.
So the reason we did that is because of we were trying to do a comparison really on shows. So we in the US did not have cable or anything like that. You look at the wrong piece.
I was looking at the wrong piece, babe.
We didn't have cable or anything, so we did a lot of our viewing via streaming.
Yeah.
So we had Amazon Prime, and obviously that gives you access to all the Prime videos. Netflix. We had Disney Plus with the Hulu, but actually we got that kind of for free because with Amex Platinum you can get like a reimbursement credit for that. Then we also had HBO Max, but again we got that for free because we signed up with AT&T. We also added on things like BritBox and Acorn, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then there was
Netflix.
Sorry, I said that. You said Netflix.
Oh, right.
And then we also had Paramount Plus
and Peacock, yeah.
And then there was the occasional time where we wanted like PBS Masterpiece to watch like a show.
Yeah.
So we kind of tried to do that through the free trial period or just paying for 1 month. So we let it all kind of rack up.
And we did the same with Apple as well, didn't we?
With Apple TV and also what's that other one?
Showtime.
That was it, yeah. So, but our main ones anyway. So what we're saying is for us to be able to watch our shows that we wanted over in America, we've kind of put all of those costs together.
Yeah. Does that include did we include the internet?
No, not including the internet.
Yeah.
So that's the Prime membership, and then obviously the subscriptions for all those things we mentioned, minus the Max and the Disney, because we kind of effectively didn't pay for those.
So that works out at $631 a year, which translated once we changed it
to roughly £70 a month.
£70 a month in pounds.
Yeah. And then over here, obviously, we have had to sign up again for Prime because Amazon Prime, you can't move them from country to country. No. So you have to sign up again. We actually got a 30-day free trial, so we didn't start paying that until I think 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So for that cost, then all the shows that we wanted really were under this Sky thing that
they're all available through the Sky Ultimate Hub thing.
So that cost then altogether for the year was £503 pounds, which equates to £42 a month. So we're actually getting kind of the same viewing plus extra stuff because obviously
that we don't have to. There's stuff that would have been on BritBox and Acorn that's free here,
and we can still maintain the Disney Plus. And in fact, because Chase Reserve have changed their benefits, we can now get free Apple TV as well.
Something that I neglected to say was TV license.
Oh yes, and there's a TV license.
So in the UK, you have to pay a TV license. We paid for that up front for a year. I don't think we've included that in the calculations there.
How much is that then?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's
100 and something.
But you have to pay for it.
Yeah, but that really gives you access to all the BBC services, doesn't it? You know, TV and radio, BBC, and of course the iPlayer.
So that may have bumped it up to maybe 46, 47.
Something like that. But when you spread that over a year, it's still coming up.
Yeah, better. So we're about 25 to £30 better off.
Yeah.
On that, which is whatever exchange rate we're going with, I don't know, in dollars, but we're better off. What we're saying.
I think what we have to say is this: when we would include the amount we were paying in the US for internet compared to what we're paying here, that's where that benefit would increase in the UK, wouldn't it? Because we were paying significantly more for a lower speed.
So in America, we were with AT&T.
Easy for you to
say that, AT&T, and we were paying about $104 a month for. Really, it felt like under 100.
Yeah, it was very variable, wasn't it? There were some channels just didn't work sometimes, did they? With it. Here we are with PlusNet, and I think it's £32 a month. Works out about $43.
Yeah. I will say we had to go with PlusNet
fast
because PlusNet don't ask for credit checks.
Yeah.
If you can get you can get internet broadband, you can get better monthly costs with people like Vodafone and all of that.
And Virgin.
But they will do a credit check.
And of course, we don't if you don't have any credit here.
So even though PlusNet is more expensive than other UK providers, it is still far cheaper than what we were paying
in the
US. So yeah, so we're paying.
So that kind of
and we're getting 500 speed, 500 megabits per second.
That's right.
Whatever it is. So yeah, so on that whole side of things, so from an entertainment, streaming, internet perspective, we're probably easily saving, you know, what, 60, 70 pound a month. Yeah, it's just no.
No, we're talking about that because that's really the only utility bill we've had so far. We've not had any other utility bills yet because we've only just been here a month, so we're waiting on those. When they land, we'll update you on.
Yeah, we'll do a more comprehensive one.
The difference between here and the US.
And the only other things we have to talk about are insurances.
Yes. So explain the car purchase.
Well, I did the renter's insurance.
Yeah, I did the renter's insurance, didn't you, first?
So I did the renter's insurance. This is where I had to use the Wise as a debit card. I went and did the Money Saving Expert. If you go into their site, they have just one form that then goes into, like, you know, gives you a list of all of the providers.
I think, does it actually use all the other comparison sites to pick up the best one? It's kind of like a one-stop shop
type thing. Yeah, so I used that, and we got a good quote from Admiral. And we are paying £45 a year for our insurance. Now, I know we can't really compare that with what we were paying in the US because we were paying homeowners insurance, and homeowners is obviously thousands of dollars a year, so it's not really a direct comparison.
To find a comparison, we looked at, when we first arrived in Charlotte, we stayed in an apartment, we had renter's insurance, so I looked at what a quotation from the insurers we had then, which was Liberty Mutual, and that would work out at $163.
Yeah. So essentially, we're saving maybe $100 a year. That is not a month. He means a year.
Yes, sorry.
On that.
Yeah.
And then the other one is the car insurance. So in the US, our car insurance, we were paying $215, I think it was, per month.
Yeah.
And over here we have fully comprehensive insurance for £474, which is essentially around $625 a year versus over $2,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So a stark contrast.
A significant amount. Yeah.
So we just want to, you know, to give you some concrete numbers there. We knew that we would have a smaller cost of living over here. We don't have all the finite numbers. As Paul said, when we have a full month, and I've got a full month budget spreadsheet, you know, we make many spreadsheets, up and running, we will do an update and give you a more sort of, you know, specific breakdown. So now I'm going to just put in this little video that we did of our latest shop. Some of these things are special because it was my birthday, but just wanted to add that there were some things that we missed off that wasn't there.
Yes.
So we did, when you see the video, we'll come back and explain what we missed off. So have a quick look at this.
And can we just say, do explain that it's not a weekly shop that we've done?
Yeah, it's it's partially weekly, partially a special occasion.
Okay.
So we wanted to give you an idea of what a shop would be. So granted, this is specific to what we are liking at the minute, but we did the bulk of this at Marks and Spencer's, and then we added a few bits that came from Tesco. So we've got a selection of like cooked meats, pies and pasties. Marks and Spencer's do this tapas food where you can do 3 of these things for £8, and we do like having a tapas night, so we've got a few things. We've got a nice punnet of strawberries. They were on reduced. We've got some salad stuff. There's some ready meals, so there's some dirty fries, which look quite nice. There's a lasagna, a Cumberland pie. As I said, there's some pasties there, so there's 3 lots of different types of sausage roll or a cheese and onion roll. Got some soups, some Heinz beans, obviously. There's yogurts. We've got 2 lots of sausages. 2 lots of 6 sausages, again, you can see Marks and Spencer's 2 for £6.50. Some frozen chips. Then we've got some fresh salad things, as you can see. Bags of salad. Then We did a whole haul on the baked goods aisle. So there's some garlic bread, some ciabatta for sandwiches. I do miss my soda and my potato files that my Irish background come in here. Then there's two little loaves, some oat milk, both the fresh and UHT kind.
Don't forget the cakes for your birthday.
So some eggs, and then we got a plant-based Victoria sponge. It's my birthday tomorrow, yay! And a little Swiss roll, and then we've got some little apple crumbles here because we got some dairy-free custard the other day, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, and you can see we've got some soups. So there was some, it was like 6 for £6, I think it was, at Tesco, as just like backups. Then there's some Yakult for digestion and tins of little beans. So all of these little tapas things are quite nice. There's some chorizo, there's some pickled cauliflower, meatballs, the orzo salad. We got some croquettes, frittata, and we've got some fresh pasta as well. So this is easily food for us for a week and a half, 2 weeks, depending on how we use it all. So just to give you an idea, all of this food that we just bought, probably around £180. Maybe a little less, but £180. Obviously, if you have a Tesco Club card, you get special. We got £22 off, didn't we, with Tesco Club card. Marks and Spencer's, I don't think they have a version, but this is just to give you an idea. So a pretty decent haul, I'd say.
And if we just wanted to do the conversion of that.
Oh yeah, and Paul's just going to do the conversion. So let's forget.
It's times
133.
133.
So there's some corned beef that we've been missing. Some beef.
That would be $239.40.
So $239 or round up to $240. So this is a big haul. We not saying we get this every single time, but because it's my birthday, we're doing all the tapas really for my birthday and the cake and everything. So just give you an idea. So as we said before, we missed off a few things. So because Paul put them straight in the freezer, we bought some frozen fruit. So there we bought some like frozen blueberries and mangoes, and it was a mixed berry selection. Yeah. It was kind of nice. They do this bag. Tesco do this bag of the mixed berries that didn't look attractive enough to go
ugly
into the
fruits,
bananas.
but not ugly fruits.
So they're still tasty, and we just use them for smoothies. So we just whiz them up. So and they're cheaper. It's nice that. So there was that, and then there was some ice cream, wasn't there? Some cornetto, some dairy-free ice cream. I actually get to try cornetto.
And a Cumberland pie and a lasagna and some garlic bread.
Oh, I think I had those out.
Did you?
I think it was just the fruit that you put away.
All right, okay.
Really. Anyway, so those were extra bits.
Yeah.
But really, all of that haul, still under the price that we mentioned. I think it was around £180 pounds.
Yes,
for the whole
because
thing.
we bought some in Marks and Spencer's, then we bought some in Tesco's. Yeah.
So kind of smushed a bit together.
Yep.
So
and there was some household stuff that we got from the Tesco's as well.
We took those out. We took those out because those are things that aren't really. Anyway, just to give you an idea, that is a whole lot of food. That is, I can tell you that the last couple of times that I went shopping with you, because I wouldn't do the grocery shopping due to the plastic bag thing that mentioned in the past, but for Paul to come back and say that he'd spent over 220, 230 or whatever dollars, you probably would look at the table and think there's 15 items there.
Yeah.
How did you spend that much money? It just seemed to be that every time we went in for maybe just 10 things, we were hitting $150, $160, $170.
Yeah.
How did that happen? So it just reinforces.
This time it shows you because we had to open up the drop leaf on that island to get everything on the top of the island for us to film it.
So we got a huge amount of money, a huge stash of food. And, specialty foods like the cakes and things.
Yeah, because it was her birthday. Did you mention it was her birthday?
Right. So anyway, just to give you an idea of what you can get, and I'm hoping you can see a lot of that was fresh stuff. It wasn't frozen and, tinned and stuff like that. The majority of what we bought was fresh food.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully you learned something from this. Obviously, we will continue to talk about the finances once we have a month behind us.
Yes, I think once August's in the can, we'll be in a better position to look at the spending differences between here and the US.
Yeah.
And
if you have questions, please let us know. If there are things you want to know about from our move, please let us know.
If you're planning a move and you need more, an honest opinion of what you'll have to go through, come ask us. We'll tell you where we went wrong and where we went right.
And just to give you a little taster, I think our next video, we're going to actually go into a bit more detail about some of the reasons why we left America.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave you 5 reasons we were moving back here. We didn't necessarily put everything in there. We wanted to wait until we were back here before we said something.
But that's
for another day.
For another day. Take care and
Cheers.
Bye for now.
Enjoy your biscuits.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.